Well, greetings everybody. Welcome back to another video. And this video is a little bit different. It is an Apple video, but I have a very unique, I wouldn't say rare, but definitely unique iPhone 3GS here. It's a custom iPhone 3GS that I bought on eBay because I was looking for another custom iPhone because I do have a brick iPhone 5 right up there. Um, that was originally on iOS 6.0.2, and then I reset it, and then it could never get past the app motivation screen for whatever reason. So then I had to restore it to iOS 10, and that still didn't fix it. So it's basically just a display piece. But um, but yeah, but I was scrolling on eBay, and I saw this custom red iPhone 3GS for only $40. So it's like, all right, I can't pass up on this. So I didn't care what iOS version it was running, just as long as it was functional. Um, we'll get into what iOS version it's on in a sec. But it was, but yeah, so it's custom red and it has a gold edge, which is really cool. I like that. I'm not really sure how that was possible because it's really hard to custom make the 3G series because, yeah, the 4s are super easy, but the 3Gs are really tough because, yeah, right, from my experience trying to open them. So, but, yeah, so pretty cool. But let's turn it on. So it is really cool. I finally have a custom iPhone. Look at this Apple screen. So you already know, if you're an expert, that this is jailbroken. So it's got a cool galaxy like the Milky Way. Some nice swirls, yeah. With a black Apple logo. So this is really cool. So yeah, so it's already quite special. And we'll get into which iOS it's on in a sec and some cool features. So, and now here's the slide onto unlock screen, and you can tell that the latest version it can be is iOS 5.0.1 because it still has the wide slider. So that gives it away and has the lock icon. So it shows it can't be iOS 6. Although I would have been fine if this was iOS 6 because only $40 and a custom functional iPhone, which is pretty cool. I mean, these are hard to, yeah, right, come by. So, and so slide down to unlock. It's got the same wallpaper there, and boom, and it shows if you're an expert. Can tell this is the default iOS 4 layout. So this is on iOS 4. And it obviously has the Cydia app because it's jailbroken. But the exact version of iOS 4, iOS 4.2.1. So, and then, but then I was pretty disappointed to see on the modem firmware was 05.16.8, which indicates that this was originally updated all the way to iOS 6.1.6. So this was updated to iOS 6.1.6, and then it was downgraded and jailbroken to iOS 4.2.1. I ran it through a few tests. I ran through on the serial number. It says iOS version 6.1.6. So it was downgraded to iOS 4.2.1. That's okay. So I mean, this one, since it's downgraded, I'll be keeping this iPhone out of my personal collection, and I'll be keeping it physically outside of my collection because it is downgraded. So, but that's okay. Still very cool. And also, it says that it was originally a white iPhone 3GS, so which is quite interesting. I thought it was a black unit, but no, it was a white one. So it was originally a white 16 gig iPhone 3GS on 6.1.6. They literally disassembled the housing, jailbroke it, downgraded it to iOS 4.2.1, put a red housing on it, which is really cool. And yeah, and it's just a 16 gig, which is all right. 32 gig free MGSs are kind of hard to come by. I'm still looking for a 32 gig 3GS on iOS 3. Is they are hard to come by. I should have a white one coming soon though, finally. But really cool. It's got the Cydia app there. But looking at the back on the model number, I'm not sure if you can see that. It says A1421. It's not indicating that, that's the model number for the iPhone 3G, not the 3GS. So it couldn't even replicate the 3GS. So, since obviously this is a 3GS, obviously. So, but it couldn't have the A1303 model number to replicate a 3GS. But that's okay. We'll take it. I've been wanting a fully functional custom iPhone for a long time, and I finally have one. So, pretty cool. iOS 4 downgrade. If it was iOS 6, I would have been happy with it. But let's go into Cydia here. And see what tweaks. I'm not going to try to go into it in too depth, but the Cydia app does actually load. It does say iOS 4.2.1 there, so got all the resources, the sources. I'm not a huge expert with jailbreaking, but pretty cool that it's still possible. That this iPhone is jailbroken, and I can imagine if I could get the App Store to work, that would be hilarious. It says cannot connect to App Store, iTunes Store, and of course the YouTube app will obviously not load either. I'd be very surprised. It would be super cool if it did, because I know it is possible via jailbreaking to get the YouTube app. I believe that only works on iOS 6 though. You have to jailbreak it and then add YouTube on iOS 6, and then because I tried doing it and I couldn't figure it out. So, but really cool there. And I'll play around with this cool rare retro iPhone sooner than later. But I just wanted to make a video saying I finally got my first custom functional iPhone, because that 5 there is non-functional. So, but anyway, peace out, everybody.